Call, please. Here.
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 Do we have any conflict of interest statements?
No.
No.
Approval of the minutes of the meeting of October 10th, 2019.
A motion to defer October 10th minutes.
I second.
All those in favor? Aye. Item A, bid opening renovations to City Jail, Hammond Police Station, 509 Douglas Street, Hammond, Indiana. So, that's okay. Thank you. And we have 6 bids today. Our first is from Hassey Construction,
No, let's not wander.
Hammond, Indiana, or excuse me, Calumet City, Illinois. Having a rough one this morning.
Sorry.
Distracted.
Hammond City what? Yeah, yeah.
Cal City.
Oh, Hassey, okay. Hassey.
And Cassie?
Yes.
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 And we have their Form 96. Their non-collusion affidavit. Have bid bond in here.
When it's so quiet, we need like some music.
And their bid bond, and their total bid is $313,000. The next is from Gary Construction, Gary, Indiana.
Hurry up with Gary.
Double envelope today. And they have their Form 96. Their non-collusion affidavit. And their bid bond, and their total bid is $263,700. $263,700. The next is from Pangier from Gary, Indiana. And they have their bid bond. Their Form 96. And their non-collusion affidavit. And their total bid is $345,000. Next, we have from Goff from Maryville, Indiana. Why is this project so interesting to
Oh, no. Man.
Okay, and they have their Form 96.
Expanding. Oh, my.
Their non-collusion affidavit. Same order.
I'm glad
Annoying.
you're doing it today.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Did I miss this one? And their bid bond. And their total bid is $314,000. Next is from Larson Danielson Construction in LaPorte, Indiana.
Madam President, who is this? I'm sorry, what company?
Larson Danielson, LaPorte, Indiana. And they have their Form 96. Their non-collusion affidavit. Sticking together. And their bid bond. And their total bid is $289,570. $289,570. Must be wandering about today. Oops, I'm sorry. And the last one was from Powers and Sons from Gary, Indiana. And they have their bid bond. Their Form 96. And their non-collusion affidavit, and their total bid is $331,100.
Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another? Is it?
That's it?
Is that it?
That's it?
I will motion to accept these bids and submit to engineering for review and recommendation.
No, second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item B, contract with Beam Longus Neff LLC for design engineering for the new pedestrian bridge over Calumet Avenue
Our city
in the
engineer
amount
is
of
gonna start off.
$130,100.
This is an engineering services contract with Beam Longest and NAF to do a 30% design of a new proposed pedestrian bridge over Calumet Avenue, just north of the Little Calumet River. It's been determined that the intersection there at River Drive and Calumet Avenue is somewhat dangerous as it relates to the pedestrian crossing there in its proximity to the expressway exit. And so we're looking at the possibility of constructing a pedestrian bridge. Again, it's only 30% design at this point. It's in the amount of $130,100, and we would ask that you approve the contract. And I would defer to.
Kevin, is this your note on here?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I believe I did write a note on there.
I don't know
that
which signature apparently.
Yes, so it's been a little bit of a priority issue on this due to some timelines for this year and next year. I spoke with Ms. Pixley from BLN, and she has assured both myself and the mayor's office that signatures would be obtained. Both Tom and John Longest are out of town this week. That's the problem. So we wanted to get this moving, and I also received the okay from the mayor's office regarding that issue.
So as to this new signature issue, what about the funding issue?
The mayor has assured me that the funding is available, and we'll be discussing that with you.
Oh. Huh. That's a good one. So I'm going to write Mayor's Gaming.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do I have a motion to approve, subject to obtaining all signatures from BLN?
So moved.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item C, correspondence received from Councilman Mark Kowinski requesting $201,274.50 of gaming funds be used to fund Davis Concrete for the Water Gardens Island Ribbon Curb Project and $22,876 to fund Nice Engineering, Inc. for construction engineering in the project. I am wandering all over the place today.
This is just the councilman's standard request. We would.
Signed by the mayor, signed by the councilman.
A motion to approve the councilman's request.
I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye.
You still got that much left?
Yeah, this has been it. Item D, agreement with Nice Engineering Construction for engineering services in the Water Gardens Ribbon Curb Project in the amount of $22,876, connected to the previous green sheet, I suppose.
A motion to approve the agreement with Nice Engineering.
I second.
All those in favor? Aye. Item E, bid recommendation received from First Group Engineering, Inc. for the 174th Street Lighting Project, Calumet Avenue to Columbia Avenue.
We've reviewed their recommendation and support it and ask that you approve it, and we can move forward with getting contract signatures.
This is a district project, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Already been approved through the councilman?
It'll come through when we get executed contracts. This is just approval to award.
Motion to approve the recommendation.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item F, correspondence received from Ryan Construction, Inc., requesting permission to close the alley north of 6016 Erie Avenue from November 11th through December 2nd, 2019, to install new concrete switchgear pad.
On Monday, I had a conference call with the Northern Indiana Public Service Commission, NIPSCO. They are rebuilding their substation just north of the Swanell property or south of Highland. There's a small substation there. This work is for demolition on that station. They're asking that we close the alley paralleling Highland Street, just south of those three homes. I have not actually talked to Gary Gleason about this, but the contractor has assured us that refuse pickup will be assisted by the contractor in the alley. And I would just support their request to close the alley for about a month, starting in about a month.
I mean, the homeowners don't utilize that alley, do you? Do they? Did they live there?
I think they do, right? There's the aerial photo that I saw. There's parking, so the homeowners will have to park on the street if they want access for that month. Okay. I've been assured by the contractor that they would reach out, and NIPSCO too would reach out to the homeowners and explain to them what was going on. but they need the alley because it's kind of a tight site.
Kevin, are we comfortable with NIPSCO giving that notification, or do you want something to come from the city as well?
I guess I defer to what common practice would be through engineering.
Yeah, this is typically done by the contractor. And, you know, if it was a project that we were working on, ourselves and our engineer would be responsible for notifications. If there's some feeling like we need to reach out to the homeowners, we can certainly do that. Actually, yeah, it's the tenants mostly.
Okay. Motion, I'll motion to approve the correspondence from Ryan Construction.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item G, right-of-way permit submitted by the engineering department for approval.
Seek your blessing on these actions.
All right. They've been vetted, it seems, by Mr. Parker, sitting in the back. So I will motion to approve these right-of-way permits submitted.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Item H,
Thank you.
disposal authorizations received from the Hammond Police Department submitted for approval. In there today.
Through these.
Your record.
Just don't add an ing, right?
Yeah. That is correct. Show me the money. Yeah, it fell. Something wrong with my left hand. I'll motion to approve the disposal authorizations from the police department.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item I, quitclaim deed for parcel 2, Rain Garden.
I'm going to motion to defer this item.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item J, notice of violation hearing on property located at 4326 Sheffield Avenue. Good morning.
Morning.
Permission to approach.
Thank you.
September 19th, he was here, okay. Please.
So what we have here, we have a second floor apartment that is non-conforming, and we are asking the board for removal of the non-conforming apartment.
I think he's right behind you.
Sir, are you the property owner?
I am, Edward Lopez.
Okay. Do you want to go through this with us a little bit?
Sure. Let me see what my notes were. We inspected the property on June 19th of 2019. I was with Inspector Nick Farrell when we did the inspection, and after we had completed the permit research of the property, we found out that the apartment was created without permits to show for it to be conforming use, so we are known that it's supposed to be converted to a single-family home.
Mr. Lopez has agreed to do that conversion. He did not create the second unit, purchase it as such, but is willing to do the work and bring it back to a single-family home. He will be asking for time, we'll have full permits and do the work that's necessary to do that on inspections. He's cooperating and returning it to a single-family.
Anything you'd like to add for us, Mr. Lopez?
Mr. Kelly pretty much summarized it. That's what I was going to say. I purchased the property as is. I didn't convert that into a 2-unit. And after speaking with Mr. Kearney, the cost involved and the new city codes and everything is just too involved to even attempt to make it into a legal 2-unit. So I'm going to convert it into a single-family home.
Okay,
I'm just requesting some time to get that done.
great. Thank you. Do we have a motion to approve the findings in order?
Motion to approve the findings in order.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Item K, notice of violation hearing on property located at 928 May Street. Morning.
Oh, sorry.
Good morning.
Yeah, what's going on, man? Nice to meet you.
Good morning, Mike Coles, 3rd District Inspector. I'm here on the grounds of, we did an inspection on August 6th of 2019 of the address of 928 May Street. I'm here asking that the board affirm the removal of a second floor apartment that was created, and we're here based on the grounds of no permits ever being pulled and not having proper separation to be operated as a multi-unit.
It's a similar situation, the gentleman bought the house with, as it was already cut up, actually going to be a pretty easy conversion back to a single-family home. He's willing to cooperate and do that. Basically, original entrance went into the living room, and then stairs going up to the second unit. They had added another door, put a wall up between that area. Relatively large house, but it is originally built as a single-family home. Willing to do the conversion, and we'll help him with whatever time permits he needs.
Can you say your name for us, please, sir?
Mario Valtiera.
Okay. And that, you confirm that that is accurate, that you're
Yeah.
willing to work with us to get that back to a single unit?
100%.
Oh, okay.
I'll motion to approve the findings in order.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've said like 7.
She might be the one.
Item A, agreement to rehabilitate property located at 4140 Sheffield Avenue.
We gotta say it louder, I guess.
Attorney Smith.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
4140 Sheffield, I believe we have a signed agreement. This is I think it's Mr. Luter that approved this, so as long as it's signed, we would recommend approval.
Oh, yeah, he did. The owner of the Sundance Properties, yeah, they signed it. This guy, whatever his name is. All right. Okay, motion to approve the agreement.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item M, correspondence received from Mr. Alejandro Wagner requesting a hearing on his 3 dogs, Bella, Versailles, and Blue, being declared dangerous dogs by Hammond Animal Control. Kevin, that's something that's never come before us before, that as long as I've been on the board. I don't know if that belongs in city court.
It may. I would, because Kristen Hill, our assistant city attorney, handles all animal control issues, I would request that the Board of Public Works
And it's referring to a
citation.
letter pertaining to alleged incident involving the dogs. Yeah?
I thought I
They've
read
been
somewhere that
heard
this is
before
already
the Board of
in city
Works.
court. Is it in city court? Well, if you could defer that and
Okay.
let it go up to, I'd ask Lynn to get it to Kristen Hill
Okay.
and ask Kristen to maybe get a response to the board as to what she believes the proper procedure should be, either through city court or through this board.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna motion to defer item M.
And I'll second.
All those in,
For the law department.
do you want to make an amendment to that, defer and refer?
And I will, I'm gonna motion to defer item M and submit to the law department for further review and direction.
And I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye. Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Thank you. Item N, notice to owners of affected properties, 7930 through 50 Cabela Drive. Let's see, this is a notice of the Plan Commission petition for approval of application for subdivision. So that's just to us, I guess. Notification purposes only. Okay.
Acknowledge.
Acknowledge. All right, item O, garage sale permit submitted for approval.
Madam President, I'm sorry.
No,
Could I,
go back to that.
could I see that for a second?
So now I'm thinking.
And is there any action we need to take on it? Do you want us to return to that?
So we're under the.
I mean, it's notice, right?
Yeah, we're good. I just want to make sure there's no action in
Yeah, okay, okay. Back, okay, thank you. Now back to our garage sale permit.
Yes, let me wander through this one garage sale permit here. You're welcome. And I will approve the one garage sale permit with a motion.
And I will second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 6, matters from other board members. I have one today. It's our Jaime's birthday.
Oh.
All right, happy birthday, Jaime. My birthday? Is it your birthday? No? No, my birthday's in May. Oh, you thought it popped up on my phone today? Never mind then, we take it back.
It's my 6th month.
Okay, there you go. Forget that, no other matters.
Not now, no.
Item 7, matters from other department heads or their representatives. Nope. Any new business? Old business?
No.
Nothing today? The meeting's open to the public? There we go. Good morning.
Leon Gamino, 1545 Lake Avenue, Hammond. I was here a couple of weeks ago asking about getting these no parking signs on 116th Street between Roberts and probably Indianapolis Boulevard, changed over from no parking to residents only. Just wanted to follow up to find out if there's any determination on that.
Can I ask you, what was the initial reason to make the change initially?
Initially, see, I've been there about 33 years at
Is
that
it
address.
because people were blind coming out of the
Exactly.
alleys east and west heading onto 116th?
Yeah, exiting that alley between Lake Avenue and Amy is like Russian roulette.
So if we put residency-only parking signs back on the north side, what prohibits blocking from continuing?
Well, if, I think that's enough of a deterrent to, teachers and people picking up their kids from parking there, because we've got there's like 3 neighbors we've got there that have RV vehicles and that kind of thing. If they park their vehicles there, that's not gonna be a problem. But when you come out of there and you got 12, 15 cars lined up down 116th Street, you cannot see. So I think if it's residents only, I think that's enough of a deterrent, to keep these people, especially the teachers, because they're there all day long. This goes on during the school year only. It's the only time we have a problem. And even the parents picking their kids up, you don't really see a lot of them parking there. Because they couldn't, because the teachers are taking it
So the
all.
way that it's currently set up now with no parking on 116th and resident only on Amy,
Yeah.
how has that been working out?
It's been, as far as no parking, it's been working pretty good, but the problem is now, we're really inconveniencing the people that are actually homeowners there. They're paying Hammond taxes, they're paying mortgages, and they can't even park in front of their own house.
Well, I've spoken to Gary Gleason, and he said he's had phone calls from people living up there that stated they've never signed a petition to have the change.
Well, I've
how
got
it currently
14
is now.
signatures. I circulated myself on Lake Avenue, Amy Street. I've gotten 14 signatures, and I can get you more if you need them.
I mean, I've driven up there. I think the way it currently sits now, it seems to be working.
Well, it's as far as visibility,
parking
yeah.
RVs, I mean, you're not supposed to
Yeah.
park RVs on the street anyway, are you?
I don't really know about that. I'm not talking about a big motorhome. I'm just talking about like a conversion van, something like that. But at the same time, like I say, I've been there 33 years. The only time we have a problem is during the school year when the teachers are parking up and down that street and you cannot see. I almost got hit myself there about a month ago. And I've talked to all our neighbors. None of them are happy with the situation the way it was. So they're happy that we've got the visibility back, but it seems a shame that we got to inconvenience our neighbors.
Well, I mean, this all started with you, sir.
Yeah, well, no, it didn't really, because I couldn't have gotten.
If the neighbors seem to be inconvenienced now, this started with you.
No, it didn't really, because I got 14 signatures. That's how the consensus was on our block. If you looked at those signatures, you'd see every address I'm talking about.
Well, again, I mean, I deferred to the expert. Gary Gleason has done this quite a bit through the city of Hammond.
Yeah.
Is there a further solution to this? Again, if we're eliminating the blind spots coming out of those alleys,
Yeah.
that's what.
Well, I mean, it's like the originally when it really got to be a problem, because we've been trying for 3 years to get this alleviated. We've talked to the councilman, we've asked for mirrors, You know, we've had cases where kids almost got hit by cars coming out of that alley. And we thought we're actually helping the city out here to try to make a safe neighborhood, a safe crossing place for people to get back and forth to the school.
So, part of the engineering department, we could look up the regulations on the MUTCD manual and see if maybe the curbs need to be painted to allow for a clear line of sight. That
Well,
way
I mean,
people
I
can
think
still
the
park
curbs
there.
were painted yellow on 116th, haven't they been?
Well, they,
Verified the
yeah,
length too. Make sure that they're-
but it's like, it's really overkill, because I think residents only would have done the trick. I really don't think it needs to be made no parking. I think that all we're doing there is we're just inconveniencing people that actually have been parking there for 20 years, the people that live in those homes, and they're, you know, the few cars that they have are not gonna present a problem. But when you come, I think I've even furnished you guys with photographs of what it looked like there when we had 15 cars parked up and down 116th Street. It's Russian roulette coming out of that alley. You cannot see. So that's what we were trying to get alleviated.
So I can definitely take a look at that, see if the curbs are properly painted, and make sure that the clear line of sight is always open, no matter what. Nobody should be parking that close to an alley for visibility reasons.
I mean,
Clear line of sight.
and I mean, that line of cars extended from Roberts all the way to the alley on Lake Avenue. I mean, it's like, it was like a used car lot there every school day. So that's what we were trying to get corrected.
And to a certain extent, it has been.
Well, it's like killing a fly with a shotgun. Yeah. But and again, it's, on our original petition, we asked residents only parking. I think that probably could have taken care of the whole matter right there.
But if the resident's parking in a clear line of sight, it's still causing a problem. So.
I don't think 2 or 3 cars would matter. But when you got 15 cars, it's a different story.
I'll take a look at it as well.
Okay.
And work with Gary.
Okay.
That way, we make sure we do it right.
Sure.
And regardless of who parks there, they're parking correctly.
And that's all we're really looking for. We don't expect, snap decision or anything like that, but if you guys could, take a good look at this and try to make it convenient for everybody in the neighborhood, that's really all we're looking for.
Well, you give them an inch, they take a mile, so if you're gonna leave a little bit of parking on 116th, it's gonna happen.
Well, if people
It's gonna
are
happen.
parking there and they're not
you're
residents, they
gonna
can be
be back.
ticketed,
But Jonathan's committed to talking with Mr. Gleason and seeing if they can come up with something a little bit different, maybe a little bit better.
Did you submit
Appreciate
the petition with the addresses and names?
Yes, I did.
Did you guys get a copy of that by chance?
I can get you copies,
we have.
if you
No,
need them.
if she has a copy, I'll get it.
Okay.
All
All right, appreciate it.
Thank
When should I follow up with you guys again? Any idea?
I would defer to Jonathan on that. He's gonna get a hold of Mr. Gleason and have a conversation with him, so.
Okay.
If we have your contact information, I'll follow
Oh,
up with
I'll
you.
be happy to give it to you. Okay. Sure. All right, thanks a lot.
Sir. Anyone else from the public wishing to speak? Not?
Motion to adjourn.
A second.
Because we're deep in that there. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.